Did you know that 70% of self-made millionaires didn't inherit their wealth? They didn't start with a big trust fund or have a secret silver spoon in their mouth. In fact, most of them grew up just like you. But they cracked the code to wealth and built empires from scratch. Here's another jaw-dropping fact. 80% of millionaires don't even have a college degree. That's right, education, while important, isn't the magic formula for success. The real secret is knowing how to think, act, and invest differently than the majority of people. But what exactly do the rich know that you don't? How do they turn small investments into huge fortunes? And why do they seem to live stress-free while you're drowning in bills? In this video, we're going to reveal the truth no one talks about. I'm going to show you the millionaire mindset, the habits, and the systems that have worked for the wealthiest people in the world. No fluff, no gimmicks, just real strategies you can use today to start building wealth. So, if you're ready to stop working harder and start working smarter, stick around. This could change everything for you. Chapter 1. Breaking the chains. The hidden power of unlearning. Becoming a millionaire isn't just about learning new things. It's about unlearning the things that hold you back. Most people are trapped by outdated beliefs and social expectations. We've all been taught the importance of job security, working long hours, and saving every penny. But millionaires see this differently. They unlearn these truths and replace them with a mindset that focuses on freedom, risk, and growth. Take Warren Buffett, for example. He's known for saying, "The most important investment you can make is in yourself." But what does this really mean? It means that unlearning old habits, like working for a paycheck or being afraid to take risks, is one of the first steps toward wealth. The rich are constantly questioning the status quo and removing mental barriers. A study from Duke University shows that 40% of our daily actions are habits. These are unconscious behaviors we repeat without thinking. Many of these habits are not aligned with wealth creation. Millionaires are aware of this, and they actively choose to reprogram their habits to make better financial decisions. Unlearning also means getting rid of the fear of failure. You don't hear many wealthy people talking about their fears. Why? Because failure is part of the game. Elon Musk, for instance, famously said, "Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough." This mindset is crucial. Failure is not something to fear but something to learn from. So, what's the first strategy? Let go of outdated ideas and embrace discomfort. This is where wealth begins. It's not about working harder or longer hours, it's about breaking free from the chains of conventional thinking. Chapter 2. The Invisible Blueprint. How millionaires build wealth without you knowing. The most successful people don't work for money. They make their money work for them. How do they do this? It's by creating systems that generate wealth passively. You might never see it happening, but billionaires like Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates build invisible blueprints that automatically bring in cash. For example, Bezos created Amazon's marketplace to run on autopilot. Most people don't realize that the majority of Amazon's revenue comes from third-party sellers, not Bezos directly. In 2023, Amazon made $110 billion just from fees, and Bezos didn't even have to work for it. How can you replicate this? The key is automation. Setting up systems that allow money to flow in without your constant involvement. Start with something simple like building an online business or investing in rental properties. Once these systems are in place, they don't need much of your time to keep running. This idea is backed by research. A 2019 study by McKinsey found that businesses that used automation grew 1.5 times faster than those that didn't. But it's not just about using technology, it's about building a network of income streams. Millionaires often have several sources of income, which insulates them from financial risks. The trick is to build something that doesn't need you to show up every day. You can start small, but the goal should always be to create a business or investment that runs itself. This is what separates the rich from the rest of us. So, the second strategy is to think long-term. Start building your invisible blueprint now. Automate, delegate, and invest in systems that pay off later. Chapter 3. The Millionaire Mindset Hack. It's not what you think. The most powerful wealth building tool is your mindset. But it's not about having a positive attitude or thinking big. Millionaires think differently. They don't just look at opportunities, they see patterns, they calculate risks, and they never let emotions dictate their decisions. One fascinating example comes from billionaire investor Ray Dalio, who once said, "He who is good at making decisions is good at life." And that's exactly what millionaires do. They make better decisions, faster, and without hesitation. Instead of focusing on short-term gains, they look at the long-term picture. Take real estate investing. Many people are afraid to get started because they see the upfront costs. But the rich see the potential for long-term appreciation, tax benefits, and passive income. According to a 2022 study by the National Association of Realtors, 90% of millionaires made their fortune through real estate investments. It wasn't luck, it was a mindset of delayed gratification and long-term thinking. Millionaires also learn to embrace uncertainty. Unlike the average person who avoids risk, they see risk as a tool for growth. A study from Harvard Business Review shows that billionaires are 66% more likely to take calculated risks than the average person. They know that without risk, there's no reward. The third strategy? Think like a problem solver, not a problem avoider. Millionaires look at challenges as opportunities for growth, not obstacles to fear. They know that every decision, no matter how small, compounds over time. If you're enjoying these tips, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Don't miss out on the upcoming strategies that could change your financial future. Hit that bell icon to stay updated. Chapter 4. Mastering the Art of Buying Time. The ultimate wealth hack. The rich understand that time is their most valuable asset. They don't just work hard for money, they invest their money to buy more time. Time is the one thing that money can't replace, and the wealthiest people know how to maximize it. Think about someone like Richard Branson. He has said, "I've learned that the key to growing a successful business is not about working harder, but about working smarter and buying back time." Branson owns several businesses, but he doesn't personally handle every task. Instead, he hires the right people to do the work for him, freeing up his time to focus on growth. This concept is backed by research. A 2020 report from the World Economic Forum revealed that the average millionaire spends 8 hours per week on personal growth and self-improvement, while the average person spends their time on chores or watching TV. Millionaires understand that investing in time-saving methods pays off in the long run. You can replicate this strategy by outsourcing tasks that don't require your unique skill set. Platforms like Fiverr and Upwork allow you to delegate mundane tasks for a reasonable price. For example, you can hire someone to manage your emails or social media accounts, leaving you more time to focus on bigger opportunities. One of the most important ways to buy time is through passive income. Investments in things like real estate, stocks, or dividend-producing assets generate income with little to no time commitment. According to Forbes, 80% of self-made millionaires have invested in real estate. The best part? These investments pay dividends while you sleep. So, the fourth strategy is simple: buy your time. You don't need to do everything yourself. Use your resources wisely to get back the one thing you can't buy: time. Chapter 5. The Millionaire's Silent Language. Networking without saying a word. Most people think networking is all about making connections and speaking to as many people as possible. But for millionaires, networking is often silent. It's about creating environments and relationships that work for you without saying a word. Take the example of Steve Jobs. He didn't need to tell everyone he met that he was building a revolutionary company. Instead, he built an environment at Apple that attracted like-minded individuals who believed in his vision. Jobs often said, "It's not about the tools you have, but the people you surround yourself with." This silent form of networking created a culture of innovation, which turned Apple into one of the most valuable companies in the world. It's not just about who you know, but who you let in and where you spend your time. Research from Harvard Business Review found that 85% of success is attributed to relationships and networks. However, the richest people tend to surround themselves with people who share a similar mindset, not just acquaintances. You don't need to attend every networking event to be successful. Instead, focus on building a personal brand that attracts the right people. Think about how your actions, your content, or even your hobbies can bring you into contact with people who can help you grow. Bill Gates is another great example. While he was building Microsoft, he made deliberate efforts to surround himself with brilliant engineers and programmers who shared his passion for innovation. Gates didn't spend his time networking with just anyone, he chose carefully. So, the fifth strategy is this: focus on relationships that add value to your journey. Don't waste time on shallow connections. Build a network that supports and pushes you toward your financial goals. Chapter 6. Teaching without teaching. The wealthy way to multiply knowledge. One of the most powerful tools the rich use is teaching, but they don't teach in the traditional sense. They lead by example, they share their experiences, and they create opportunities for others to learn through action. This is one of the reasons why many self-made millionaires are also great mentors, even without formal teaching credentials. Take the example of Tony Robbins. He built a multi-million-dollar empire by teaching people how to take control of their lives, but he didn't just lecture them. He created a system of self-discovery through his seminars, books, and coaching programs. As Robbins puts it, the way to build a great life is by showing others how to do it. This concept is crucial in wealth building. Rather than just giving advice, successful people create environments where others can learn by doing. Warren Buffett, too, believes in this principle. He's known for saying, "Tell me who your heroes are, and I'll tell you who you'll become." By teaching through actions and surrounding others with the right examples, you create an ecosystem where wealth grows. Data supports this as well. A study by the Kauffman Foundation showed that people who were mentored by successful individuals were 30% more likely to start their own businesses. This shows that teaching, whether it's formal or informal, accelerates growth and multiplies opportunities for wealth creation. You can apply this by sharing your experiences, teaching others what you've learned, and leading by example. This doesn't mean you have to become a formal teacher, but it means sharing what's working for you and offering others the tools to learn and grow. So, the sixth strategy is this: teach through action. Share your knowledge, create opportunities for others to learn, and watch how wealth multiplies as you give. The more you teach, the more you grow. Thanks for watching. If you found these strategies helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You'll want to be the first to know when new videos drop that can help you on your wealth building journey.